Today we're catching some sun and waves with Carol, a QHS member whose life is as vibrant and refreshing as a seaside breeze. What currents brought her to the sunny shores of the quantum shift? Let's surf behind the scenes to see the waves she's been riding.
Hi, my name is Carol. I have been a very active woman my entire life, but my body is less cooperative than it used to be. I want to be pain-free and physically intact so I can have the energy to fully participate in my life, including time with my family, physical activities that I enjoy doing, and anything else that I can do with QHS that can help others.
Hi, I'm Carol. I am so excited to be part of QHS and part of a group of people that's going to be helping to heal the world. I grew up in a suburban household. I was the only girl in a family with 3 brothers. My dad was family practice. My mom raised 4 kids. They were both from broken homes. My dad's mother had 7 children. When he was fairly young, she left the family, took one of the children with her, and then my father's father died when he was about 15. So a great family took him in, and they actually became our family. And when my dad was 64, Papa adopted my dad officially. So that was very cool. Mom grew up in a home where her mother died when she was very young from a blood transfusion, and her sister died a couple of years later. Mom's first son, her first born, when she was still in college even. She got married young in college. Firstborn died. And then her dad kind of checked out somewhere between her sister dying and Mom's son dying. Her dad just checked out. So both of my parents came from situations where they didn't have a lot of guidance in how to be parents, or in how to even how to express love. That's for sure. We were always provided for. I never really thought about whether or not my parents loved me because we were taken care of. We grew up very active in sports, and my brothers were football, baseball, basketball, you name it, running, cross country, track, and wrestling. Their biggest claims to fame were wrestling. I did gymnastics, which was kind of a novelty for our school. It wasn't much of a high school activity in our city, but it was an independent sport that a lot of people did in the independent gyms. So I spent a lot of time beating up my body, falling, getting injured, breaking arms, tearing tendons, that kind of thing. I was a 3-time state champion and got a scholarship to college for my freshman year in college, and tore my Achilles tendon 2 weeks before nationals, and it was a bad injury, so my career was done. And after that, I went into nursing school, became a nurse, worked in labor and delivery. Married my high school sweetheart, who was a rock and roll musician at the time, and we moved to Florida. After his career was over, we moved back home, and I continued working as a nurse. I worked in the operating room, and not too long after I left the operating room, my first marriage ended. And I went on to pursue some medical sales jobs. I was very blessed to have some jobs that I technically really didn't qualify for because they wanted you to have a bachelor's degree. But when they saw that I was a registered nurse, they just assumed that I had a college education in nursing. And so I had a very lucrative, fun, challenging medical sales career for a long time. The last thing that I did in my work, I had my own business as a care manager, health coach, working for an insurance company. I contracted with an insurance company, had a couple of employees of my own to be able to cover a lot of Kentucky. That was great for about 6-7 years, and then the pandemic hit. So the in-home visits were going to be stopping. That ended my business. And then I took my mom in during the pandemic because she wasn't getting cared for. While I was sitting around waiting for her to need things, I was in social media looking at things, and I came across med beds, healing beds. Like, well, wouldn't that be great? And after my experience and exposure to what was going on during the pandemic, I thought, I'll never go back into medicine. So I spent 3 years praying about that, knowing that there had to be something that could be done to change medicine, to take it away from medicine and turn it into healing. I run into a friend that I hadn't seen in 10 years. I actually thought about her the day before. I wonder how Rhonda's doing. And the next day I'll run into Rhonda when I'm having lunch with a friend that I hadn't ever had lunch with before. So it was pretty cool that I was thinking about, what is she thinking? Well, she was thinking that she had was part of an organization that had come across QHS, knew about the QT waves. She was on the list. She had joined and had donated for a device, and I heard about it, and I was like, this is it. You've got to be kidding me. And then I realized that there were other technologies that weren't just the device, that we're talking exactly what I was looking for, exactly what I was hoping to be part of, when it didn't even occur to me that the healing could be for me. I was just interested in how are we going to do this for everybody? People need to be healed. And now I'm so excited because I'm going to be able to take care of the results of multiple car accidents, anterior compression fractures, broken ribs, you name it. There's been a torn something almost everywhere in my body, and the throbbing is constant. I thought it was my life and have just been living with it for 25 years, 30 years. And I'm so excited that the healing can be for me too. I got to get over it that it sounds kind of selfish that I want it for myself, don't I? I'm so excited that we are going to be able to move forward in taking care of people. So that is what I'm looking forward to. Everything is looking up. I have a beautiful husband I've been married to for 23 years. He is also part of the mentality and the spiritual direction to be part of the healing solution for the world. And I'm just so excited. And I want to thank you all for letting me be a part of this. Thank you.
Join us on the Prequel, where every story matters and every voice is heard. Because here at QHS, we're all about healing, learning, and growing together.